This is 9 Gold Coast News.
Good evening. The nation remains glued to coverage of Sydney's terrifying hostage siege inside a Martin Place cafe. If there are any major developments from Sydney, we will take you to that breaking news. 9 News can reveal the Titans' move to Kilmurray in 2016 won't be going ahead as planned. A deal has been brokered which will see them based at Parkwood International Golf Course.
Well, Paddy Kilmurray's been there for every single wave today, and Paddy, you're joined by a winner there.
How good is this, Wally? I'm being joined down here at Snapper by Stephanie Gilmore, the Roxy Pro champion, and Steph, must be an amazing feeling.
It's an incredible feeling, especially to do it here at home. The waves we had were incredible all week, and yeah, what a way to finish off, well, basically to start the year.
Such a high pressure situation going to that final against Bianca. What was going through your mind? Did you think you might have it?
Yeah, I was pretty confident. Once I beat Carissa Moore in the semi-final, my confidence was definitely really high. But you know, Bianca Buntag, she won Rookie of the Year last year, and she's an incredibly talented surfer, and so I couldn't let my guard down. You know, I really had to stay on the attack and stick to my plan.
How good is this for you? You didn't win an event last year. You finished down in the world title race. Now you've come back in 2014. You've won the opening event, and I suppose for you, you're now thinking world title.
Well, yeah, you know, I'll take it one step at a time, but this is why I compete on the tour, because I love to be in that #1 position at the end. I love to be world champion, and I don't know, we'll just see. Hopefully we keep getting good waves around all the destinations, and you know, I just want to keep putting in a good performance at every stop. But
and just being down here at Snapper, it must be an amazing feeling. Just your friends and family are around, and it's all happened in front of you. Yeah,
it's an incredible feeling. And Gabrielle Medina just won. We almost had the double with Joel Parkinson, but yeah, it's been an awesome day. The sun was out, the waves were pumping, and that's all you want.
Steph, congratulations. Thanks for your time and all the best this year.
Thank you.
Back to you, Wally.
Looks like celebrations will continue for a while.
John Cartwright only has a matter of hours left as Titans head coach. This morning he opened up about how difficult the past week has been. He admits the show of support from his playing group has on many occasions brought him to tears. Nate Miles was vocal in his support for Cartwright late last week. The pair were locked in discussion on this morning's team walk.
Makes you feel good within yourself, you know. It was a nice touch. And just some stuff that I've read and witnessed, you know, what they've said. Yeah, it certainly gives you a good feeling to know. You know, it's a great position to be in, to be able to help people, you know, and that's probably something I really miss.
While Neil Henry is due to take over at the conclusion of tonight's match, Cartwright has put his stamp on the team sheet, making a few key changes. Aidan Caesar will make his return at 5'8", with Brad Takarangi moving to left centre. Dave Taylor will start from the bench after struggling with a neck complaint for most of the week. Cartwright was glowing in his praise for the much-maligned Coltrane.
He's never going to be a superstar of the game, and that's what people build him up to be. But he's, you know, he goes out and he makes a lot of impact, and there's not many guys in the game that can do what he does. You know, he's just, for him, it's just trying to be consistent, not trying to make the big play all the time. And you know, I think at this stage, we've certainly reached that balance with him.
Having been at the Titans since its inception, Cartwright was candid about the challenges the club faces on a weekly basis.
Traditionally not a night for football. No one wants to go out and watch it on a Monday night. It's freezing cold here, and you know, I expect not many people out there tonight. But as a club, you know, we've had to endure that, and to get out of that, yeah, we've got to win games consistently. So, you know, they want to put us on free-to-air TV, but you know, that's another battle.
Regardless of the outcome, it's likely there'll be a fair bit of emotion in the sheds post-match. We'll have an exclusive wrap-up tomorrow night. Paddy Kilmurray, 9 Gold Coast News.
After almost 8 seasons at the helm, John Cartwright will coach his last game for the Gold Coast Titans tonight. Paddy Kilmurray is at Allianz Stadium for the match against the Roosters.
Well, John Cartwright led his troops on a pre-game walk for the final time this morning. He'll relinquish the head coaching role at the conclusion of tonight's match, with assistant Neil Henry set to take the reins for the remainder of the season.
Paddy Kilmurray is at the Marriott Resort tonight to help launch the Gold Coast 600. Paddy, some big changes.
Yeah, Bruce, I'll be joined by Supercar champ Jamie Whincup next with all the details.
Paddy Kilmurray's at Seabus Super Stadium. Paddy, they're hoping for a near-capacity crowd tonight. How's it looking now?
Well, it's looking great. Thousands are already piling in, and obviously they're expecting a crowd of just over 22,000 for the local derby here at Seabus Super Stadium. Thumbs up for sure. 20 months since her last win, and that unmistakable Stephanie smile is back. It was a golden finish at her beloved Snapper Rocks.
And that young lady there is back. She is back with a vengeance.
It's the 5th time the Kingscliff product has won the Roxy Pro title.
You feel like a rock star. But the best feeling is just having all of your friends there and just high-fiving everyone.
Competition resumed this morning after a long delay, and it didn't take Gilmore too long to warm up.
And the local crowd's loving this performance right now.
A magnificent 9-point wave in the semis, not what her rival wanted to see. The 26-year-old eliminating world champion Carissa Moore.
To be honest, I didn't get that many great waves, and Steph did a really good job of picking the right ones.
The 5-time world champion then produced a dominant display in the final to beat South Africa's Bianca Buitendag. The hometown victory sealed with a kiss.
I haven't felt that feeling for a little while. I guess it's been a couple of years, but yeah, oh my goodness, it's the best feeling ever.
No winning feeling for Mick Fanning, but good mate Joel Parkinson knew all about it. A brilliant semi-final performance, taking him into the decider.
Big throw at the top. Another hit.
He met Gabriel Medina in the final.
And it looks like Parko had an attempt and he has a broken board in the final.
Parkinson was unable to make it an Aussie double, the young Brazilian clinching it in the dying minutes.
There is your champion, Joey, and what a way to do it. He doesn't really know yet. He's waited for it, and now he realises.
The Suns' inaugural coach, Guy McKenna, has been sacked, despite still having a year left on his contract. The Gold Coast chairman describes it as a big call by both himself and the club.
6 years ago, he took the reins at a fledgling expansion franchise and developed young footballers into men. But in the board's view, McKenna wasn't the right person to take the club forward.
I'm certainly disappointed with that result, of course, because I think I am. And unfortunately, I don't get an opportunity to prove the board wrong.
He says it didn't come as a shock, knowing his position was under threat following a recent review of the club's football department. And while McKenna was upfront about his sacking, the chairman wasn't.
Yeah, look, I don't want to talk about the review today.
That's what got him sacked, though, wasn't it?
Sorry, there'll be an opportunity for us to talk about the review in the days and weeks to come.
McKenna was adamant the decision wasn't made on the club's botched attempt at a maiden finals berth this season. Instead, perhaps something completely out of his control.
Do they want a coach with premiership history, success? Or if they do, well, I can't answer that.
He's had that as a player, twice winning the flag with West Coast. Following that, McKenna started his coaching tenure under Mick Malthouse at Collingwood, before moving to the coast in 2008.
He will leave us knowing his legacy is our club's future.
To build the club from nothing into something, something to be very proud of, and I'll be looking on with great pride next season.
Live now to Paddy on the Gold Coast. And Paddy, who's the front runner to replace him as coach?
Well, the man who nursed Essendon through 2014, Mark Bomber Thompson. It's understood the 50-year-old is open to offers and the red-hot favourite to land the top job at the Suns. Reports surfaced this morning that Thompson had been contacted by a third party about interest in moving to the coast. Suns chairman John Witherow slammed those reports this afternoon, labelling them incorrect. Move to the coast would reunite Thompson with Gary Ablett. Ablett was a key member of Thompson's Geelong team, which won premierships in 2007 and 2009. Wally?
Thanks, Paddy. Let's hope it's a successful move for the club.